So that's my dog Chaya laying there like a lump. And one of the things I love about her, they tell us that she was a rescue who lived in a yard on a chain her whole life. And of course that caused certain problems with her, with how she interacts with humans, and it took us a while to socialize her. But when I'm outside doing yard work with things like tree branches and making a lot of noise, she's not interested in the least. So I don't have to worry about her sneaking up on me like some of my older dogs used to do, where like I couldn't have them in the yard when I worked. As long as my wife's out here to make sure she doesn't get caught in the line of fire, we're okay. So, all right. So I'm going to drag this branch. She's way over there. Let's see how we do. Popped out of that wall, okay. My wife may need to back up with the camera. Trying to miss our compost down there. Ta-da! How you doing, guys? I actually bought this tarp for a movie that we haven't finished shooting yet, but with Brewer Welch and a giant, and it takes place in the woods, and so we needed a camouflagey tarp. It's like 20 by 10 or 20 by 20. It's tremendous. So it's going to cover the roof of the shed, no problem, with some overhang. I'm going to put some clips on in case it gets too windy. And then I have another tarp inside. I've got one electrical device that I keep in the shed that will double cover, which fortunately doesn't look like it got too rained on. Because for some reason it got pushed to the middle of the shed from the impact, so it was away from where the roof was leaking. This will keep water out, but it is not going to keep critters out. This time of year, the critters need it more than I do, so they can go in there and warm up. But I'm probably going to have to chase a stray cat or a raccoon or something out by the time I have this job finished. We'll find out. So I'm not going to have my wife film this part because this is going to be awkward and there's going to be a lot of cursing and a lot of shots of my butt. But once it's on, I'll come back and show you what it is if there's any light left. So my partner in crime is busy. So this is a couple of days later. That's the end result. We did get the tarp over it. I messed up camo sides down. And it did blow up a little bit on the far end, but I believe this side was where most of the holes were, so hopefully it did its job. This pile's still here, but it's not spring, so it's not like we got a lot of grass growing. Still here. Let's see if I can get inside here. Alright guys, so I still haven't gotten to work on the shed because my sleep pattern's all off and other such stuff with work and everything. But the top stayed great for the rain. There's some stuff in here from when I cleaned up, but the moisture, this is all left over from before we got home and saw it, and actually moisture near the doors and walls we always got. So the tarp's been keeping it dry. The problem is, I got no focus. Get some light over there, please. There we go, thank you. The problem is we're expecting up to 2 feet of snow. And 2 feet of snow on that tarp where this thing is bowing right here. I'm afraid that that's going to weigh a good 20 or 30 pounds, especially if it freezes, and it'll just push that panel back in. You can see here where the screws ripped out, so just screwing it back in right now isn't going to be an option. I'm probably either going to replace this with wood or aluminum flashing. I have both scraps in my workshop, so. But in the meantime, I needed a quick way to hold this up because we got some Christmas stuff to do. So this is part of the tree that fell onto the roof and crushed it. This is a big part of it. And so we chopped that up with the hatchet and propped it there. Got some bricks underneath it holding it up on one side and my wheelbarrow on the other for weight so it won't slide. And while I held it up there, making that big dent in the old panel, my wife hammered it in. So now when snow gets on there, it's going to have to push this beam even further down, which I don't think weight alone will do. If it does, it doesn't really matter. We're going to be replacing that support with wood, or at least reinforcing it with some wood after we straighten it out, as we're going to be doing with all of them in here. And honestly, it's probably not going to be that much cheaper than me rebuilding, a whole new shed here, but I'm a fix-it kind of guy. This is how I'm going to learn how to build my shed, is by repairing this one. So there you go. The tree that broke it is now holding it together. Hopefully not for too long. And don't do this with a real house, guys. This is a shed. It's a tool shed. It's not even a workshop. There's no cars or anything parked in here. It's like basically old props and rakes, you know. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.